Hi guys, and welcome to Dee's Media World. Today we'll be doing episode 36, Kagome Kidnapped by Koga the Wolf Demon, and this is sort of the beginning of my shorter reviews. I'm trying to do shorter reviews for you guys so they won't be more than like 5 to 10 minutes, hopefully, because you don't want me to just describe what's happened in the episode. You probably watched it for yourself and just want to watch someone's opinion on it. So let's get right into like the bare facts. This title of the episode might be the most direct title in the whole show because it tells you exactly what's going to happen. And it's kind of disappointing because it's kind of like, well, why do I need to watch the episode if you're telling me exactly what's going to happen? Kagome kidnapped by Koga the Wolf Demon. Like, there is no subtlety in that. There's no intrigue. There is no, I'm wondering what the episode's about. Like, you straight up told me. And it doesn't help that the kidnapping happens like in the middle or so of the episode. So you're kind of like, okay, we know Kagome's gonna get kidnapped, and I guess the rest of it is them trying to rescue her. Like, if you started off with her getting kidnapped or something, then yeah, I could kind of accept a title like that. But otherwise, it's kind of like, okay, you could have thought of something better. It could have been like when Sango was introduced. This is our first time seeing Koga. It could have been like Koga the Wolf Demon, enter Koga the Wolf Demon or something. That's what they did with Sango, enter Sango the Demon Slayer. Like, you didn't know what was going to happen with her character. But anyway, now that nitpicking is aside, basically what happens is at the beginning, Koga and Inuyasha fight. Inuyasha's going to use the wind scar. It failed because Koga has like great senses and instinct and will listen to his instinct in a second, and he actually ran off from the fight because he would rather... He doesn't even have like a pride problem with that. Like, it doesn't bother him that he had to leave the fight. He was like, well, I could die, so let me go. That's kind of the character he is. One thing I had to point out was with Sango is that Sango's very observant, but she never gets like any kind of what's the word I'm looking for? Any kind of respect or is noticed for it. Like, she says, oh, Koga, he's from the wolf demon tribe. I know what wolf demons do, whatever she had said, and then nobody really notices. Like, nobody really notices, and this is like the second time I've heard her do something like this. Never really gets any attention. Let's see, then later on, Moroku tells Inuyasha, you shouldn't be a full-fledged demon. This is probably like the second or third time they've had this conversation. Inuyasha doesn't care. He's going to want to do what he wants to do, despite the fact that it's been very clear up until this point that nobody has been happy who has had a jewel shard. They become powerful, sure, but they are not like happy, basically. Like that, they have to continuously protect that power that they have. And later on, Inuyasha's practicing with Kilala, which is cool. He's just what's funny is that he went from not knowing A, that the wind scar existed, and B, he used it once, and now he can just almost turn it on like that. I'm like, okay, I guess once you see it, you always see it forever. Like, well, lucky him. He doesn't have to struggle with trying to actually sense it and find it, I guess. I don't know. Then we find out the wolves are stalking him. That was something I needed to point out, and I wrote it down. The wolves are like secretly watching them, but Kilala senses something. But because Inuyasha kind of distracts her, she doesn't really get too much into it. But shouldn't Inuyasha smell them? Like, I mean, I get Inuyasha was practicing, but I don't know. Wouldn't he have smelled the demons or sense something? I don't know. I wasn't buying that. Especially at the beginning when Koga and Inuyasha were, like, dogging each other because of their sense. So I would think he would notice that. I guess that was a plot hole. It just never occurred to me. And speaking of the bashing, Koga and Inuyasha are basically equally... I think, what did Moroku say? Equally foul behavior, uncouth, like, feels the need to curse. Like, well, they don't actually curse in this version, but talking smack. They're equally paired on that. So obviously later on, Kagome gets kidnapped, and it was actually kind of a smart plan. The wolves just straight up attacking Inuyasha. Don't even try and hurt him, actually, which was kind of interesting to me. They just throw him into the water, and then they watch him go downstream, and then they go home. While that's happening, Koga zooms up, kidnaps Kagome, gets her out of there, and the screaming that she does is hilarious. And it's actually kind of funny because Kagome's not much of a screamer or a character who like is afraid most of the time, even though she has been. But the screaming was cracking me up. It was just like, yeah, that would have been me. And it's funny because she's flown in the air. She's been on Inuyasha's back, leaping through trees, and I don't even think then she was scared like she was here. I just thought that was amusing. Um, what's Inuyasha's not really fighting off the wolves when they throw him into the water. He's just kind of like, what's going on? I don't understand what's going on. He didn't seem too upset. They kidnapped Kagome. Shippo has crying mushrooms and stuff, which is funny. Genius in a way. I'm kind of curious how he set that up, but it's magic. It's literally called fox magic, so we're not supposed to know. um, One thing I had to comment on was when Koga throws Kagome on the bed. Just like what that could have been if this was a different show, like kind of runs through your head real quick. Like, oh my gosh, you're lucky nothing else is happening here. Like Koga's not that kind of character, because I mean her biggest concern is her life. What I would have been concerned is like my body and my life. Last thing I have to kind of say about Kagome and getting kidnapped is that she's thinking to herself, I have to get out of here. Maybe my life is on danger. And then her last thought is like, if I ever want to see Inuyasha again, I have to get out of here. And I found that what I do like about the Inuyasha Kagome love triangle thing or love relationship thing is that it's very clear that Kagome has strong feelings for Inuyasha, and you never really doubt that. And subconsciously she doesn't even really realize that she's falling in love with Inuyasha, because this thought of, if I die, I won't be able to see this person who's not like a family member or a friend or something. If I don't get to see this person again, that's what's motivating me to stay alive. And I was like, well, that's proof that she's in love with them. I think we discussed this a couple episodes ago about whether or not Kagome is in love with Inuyasha or not. And here it's like, well, yeah, I think she is. She just doesn't quite realize that. That's all. That's kind of something I just had to notice. Overall, it's a good episode. The next one's better, and I can't wait to talk about it. It's really amusing. So that's it. I hope you guys like this new format. I'm trying to add some more screen caps and things like that to the videos to make them a tad more interesting. So I will see you guys later. Bye.